Welcome to The Patty Show. My name is Patty Setiatti, and in this podcast, we'll explore the crossing point of the 3 Ps: passion, pleasure, and positivity, and how they can lead you to your own personal paradise. We'll chat with inspiring guests, share practical tips, and dive into stories that will empower you to live your best life. Let's get the Patty Party started. Welcome back to The Patty Show, everybody. Woohoo! Yeah. Oh my goodness, we got a strong audience today. Yeah, thank you. Tanisha, you doing good? Oh wow, she's looking great. Girl over there. Jaquan, okay. And Jimmy, my man Jimmy, in the corner as always. Welcome y'all back to The Patty Show. We're on episode 93.
Wow.
Goodness gracious, man. You don't need to earn rest. That's the theme of today. And I'm your host, Patty Setiatti. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, man. I have the pleasure of showing you all multi-passionate people that I have, the pleasure of connecting with. They bring positivity to this world and they inspire you to pursue your personal paradise. A lot of alliteration, a lot of peace. So grateful for all the amazing guests, past, present, future.
Yes,
we'll
sir.
get to the future eventually. Well, the present technically. But today's theme, rest isn't a reward. It's a requirement.
That's deep.
That is deep. Very, very deep. Before we continue on the episode, just want to shout out the previous 2 guests, my, security Squid Game duo. Yeah, shout out to them, Anthony and Naum. These brothers out here, we had so much fun on the episode, so much laughing, organic energy. Anthony talks about being a young dad, navigating dating and all that stuff. They work in events, both of them. Naum talks about his, overcoming his NOS addiction, the NOS, nitrous oxide thing.
Wow.
Which, so shout out to you, man, doing your thing, inspiring people,
Wow.
but also like a lot of laughs. So we had a lot of jokes that I might have had to edit out. Let's just say that. But brothers, I love y'all. I miss you guys. I'll see you guys soon at the spa day. And speaking of spa day, this brother right here,
Me.
he is like a breath of fresh air in the spa day.
I like how you did that.
You see
That
things.
was-
I'm just beginning right
Oh,
now.
man. Here we go.
My guest today, he blends acting and athleticism seamlessly. Ooh.
Wow.
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 From hooping overseas to being the face of brands like Gatorade, Capital One,
Whoa.
Ford, Amazon Auto, and I could keep listing and then the episode would be done because it'll be 2 hours long. This guy has done a lot, okay? He is a proud father
Yes.
that radiates with positivity no matter where he goes. No matter. It could be LA. It could be somewhere in middle of nowhere, Texas. It could be Berlin, maybe.
Oh,
A mentor in my personal training, man.
Appreciate you.
My brother over here.
Appreciate
Someone
you.
that I call family, legitimately.
Yes.
Give it up to my brother, Kris Clinton.
Thank
Woo!
you. Thank you. You did your homework.
Bro,
Wow.
get ready. There's going to be some good ones.
no. There's more.
All good stuff, of course.
Okay.
Bro, if you could do a little self-intro, your background, hobbies, passions, all that stuff. How we know each other. Do your thing, bro.
Like P said, and I call him P.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I love what he does.
My name is Kris Clinton.
Woo, Kris!
Yes, thank you.
Tyrone, slow it down now, okay? He's going crazy. All right.
Easy time.
Time out.
Let's see. Born and raised in North Carolina.
Yes,
which is-
sir.
which is
I love
my
that blue right there,
Thank
man.
you, sir.
Okay.
We didn't do so well in the tournament, but
It's
I
okay.
still, it is okay. You hit up on a lot, man. Played basketball pretty much my whole life.
Yeah, I mean 6'5", right?
Yeah, 6'5", played basketball pretty much my whole life. You hit on another gem of mine, and that's my daughter, who is
Woo!
my precious. She's
Yes.
amazing. She's articulate. She's beautiful. She's funny. She's mine. So, she's actually getting her master's degree in
my goodness.
April. Yeah.
What? Congrats, bro. Well,
Yes.
congrats to her. That's
Yeah.
amazing,
Yeah.
man.
And I'm on my 2.5-year span out here in LA, trying to, expedite this modeling, acting, voiceover,
Yes, a little bit of everything.
career.
All the entertainment.
And in the midst of doing all that, I get a chance to personal train with this man right here.
love you,
And
brother. Love you,
so, and that's a little bit about me.
Well, thanks for sharing, bro. We're so excited to have you
Yeah.
on the show. This is
Thank
the
you.
flower section of the Patty Show, actually.
The flowers.
Flower. Sure,
I didn't get the memo.
Hey, we don't have sound effects just yet. I'm
Okay.
gonna ask the producer.
Yes.
Yeah, Patty, make some more money.
That'd be nice.
I know that would be really nice. But flowers to you, man. The first time we ever met, I remember my first job as a personal trainer.
Oh, wow.
I meet this tall, handsome young man, and he was so welcoming to me. Gave me all the advice that I've had. It's going to approach my second year actually.
Oh, wow.
At LA Fitness. So thanks for all the guidance you gave me, all the laughs.
For sure.
We sometimes laugh a little too much. Our clients are like, "What are they plotting?" And they're like, they get so nervous. They're like, "You guys are like having so much fun." But
they do.
Every time I get to see you, which is also very rare because I'm the early morning one and he leaves. He comes when I leave.
As I'm coming in, he's leaving.
Yeah.
Hey, my dude.
Hey,
bye.
But every those 5 seconds, or sometimes, honestly, I lose track of time. Sometimes I'm there for like an extra half hour just because I love chatting with you, bro.
Sure. Yes.
You're on like the similar path with the entertainment stuff.
Yeah.
And you just always inspire me to do amazing things. And I'm just so grateful to finally have you on the show.
Thank you, dude. I mean, it only took 93, but I'm not.
I know.
I'm just playing.
Scheduling's hard. I mean, we'll talk about all his random scripts and everything, you know?
No, I'm glad to be here. So
I'm so grateful,
I was super excited when
Thank
you invited me and had me on. So yeah, let's have some fun.
Let's have some fun, man. Let's talk about the origin story, though.
Okay.
Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
Yeah.
I have never been there. Tell me a little bit about that place.
Man, it's North Carolina's the country. Not like country, but we're just original, authentic people, just really, really, really good people. Southern hospitality. No one there has ever met a stranger, so you get there, you're greeted with hugs and love and great food and
seasoned food. I'll tell you, seasoned.
Exactly.
Emphasis, exclamation.
Exactly.
All right, Jimmy, you better season your food. Okay, all right, okay.
Yeah. So Winston-Salem,
Wow, that explains a lot of the hospitality you bring to people. Well, I mean, like more flowers. I feel like this whole episode is just flowers. But all of your clients, bro, they love you, bro. Like,
thank you,
they love you so much. They're like, they hate the workouts during it because it's torturous, you know?
Yes.
But that's how you know you're a good trainer. You can laugh with them during it and after, and they always praise you all the time. And I'm like, it's easy because he's so welcoming, but also you know what you're doing, bro.
Well, thank you. That helps. I take that serious, you know what I mean? Because, people can have a bad experience with a trainer. They can have a good experience with a trainer. It's a very vulnerable place for people, very personal place for people, and you almost feel like, you're kind of in charge or responsible, I guess I should say, responsible for so much. And encouraging people and having them do stuff that they generally don't want to do, there's such a blend to that. And there's a mixture to all that stuff. And, so I don't take it lightly.
Yeah, and you definitely don't. And I could just keep giving the flowers, but I've learned so much, like shadowing you in the beginning, for example, and seeing you like implement not just like how you not just giving the exercise, but how you teach the exercise to them. You know, giving them encouragement. I like to implement that a lot with especially my 5 a.m. people because it's rough out there. It's rough for both of us. I can't lie. 5 a.m. is tough. I'm like half asleep. I'm like, what would Chris do? God damn. I was like, is that a deadlift or am I dead? Like what? Like which one am I doing? But it always came back to me about how you always did like the how of teaching people is super important, making it simple for them to understand.
Yeah.
But also like not babying too much too.
For sure.
Because finding that balance is really hard as a personal trainer because you don't want to be like giving them only 5 pounds, but for a fact they can do at least 25.
Correct.
Because then there's not any progression and no results mean also no money.
So,
hey, that's the business side of it,
Right.
But bro, you're killing the game, man.
I think most people cheat the process, and we're gonna
of course
hit that a little bit later on in the show. But I think the process is really, really, truly important. And I had great teachers in my life. Like when it came to basketball, I had great mentors that my first time playing basketball, Coach Powell, rest in peace, just took me under his wing, and he was very kind and very encouraging. And then I had Coach Washington, and I had Coach Butler, and I had all these guys that really truly were patient with me, but challenged me.
Yes.
And so you just kind of find this like middle ground of, okay, I'm going to challenge you to the point where you can win, but I also need you to know that I care. And so, so I just kind of implement that in my training.
Man, I see it a lot. And like I said, just more praise to you, man.
Thank you.
Legitimately a great mentor of mine, good friend, a brother to me, and I'm so grateful for, like you said, the patience, early learning and all that stuff. You're like, probably when I first come, he's like, who's this guy with the man bud? Like, what is your first impression actually of me? I'm curious.
Dude, you're super kind. Like, I mean, you made it, we hit it off like right away. And one, no offense to anyone, but I could tell you were not from LA. So that
100%. 100%.
So we were both, we called each other in a very early stage of our kind of our upbringing to being new to LA, and I was probably thirsty for some friends, and you just happened to be that person. I was like, he looks nice. Hi, you want to be friends? No, I'm just like, but yeah, I just remember first starting off as a trainer, not knowing what to do. I got my certifications, and then they were just like, all right, go to work.
Go to work.
And I was like, what? And so I found my mentor, my trainer, Stephen Frazier, and I was just like, hey, dude, I don't know what I'm doing. Can I watch you? He's just like, yeah. And I just remember that feeling.
Yeah.
And so, when I found out that you were new, I was just like, hey, man, if you ever need anything, let me know. And, empathy. Empathy just goes a long way.
And I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
It was such a blessing. I remember he dropped me off home randomly one day because I didn't have a car back then. So it's just the little things. And more flowers to you, man. I appreciate you greatly, man.
For sure, man.
I don't want to be too much on the flowers. But
it's all good. I'll take them.
I'll take all the flowers. We got the bouquet right here. You talked about the basketball, man. So you started playing basketball when? How old are we talking?
Man, so I was always athletic, but I didn't start playing organized basketball until probably 6th or 7th grade.
Okay.
And to be honest, it actually saved probably my life.
Really?
Yeah, it was. I was. My folks had split, and I was just, my dad had remarried, and so I was just kind of lost as a kid, and just looking for something, and sports was it. So again, they took me to. What the crazy story is, I gotten cut from the middle school team.
No way, dude.
Yeah, and so instead of quitting, my dad was just like, well, hey, why don't we go check out the recreation here? And that's where I met Coach Powell.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, and Coach Powell gave me the
guidance and mentorship. Yeah,
and we went on to play regionals and play in state tournaments and stuff too. Yeah,
hey, you know what they say? Like when one door closes, another opens.
Yes.
Man. That's wow.
Yeah,
early ages too. Goodness gracious, bro. And then you end up going to Bryan College.
Yes. So we want to. Yeah, we jumped. So that's. So I was raised in North Carolina. Bryan's in Tennessee, but I did. I played club, played all year round. So from 7th grade on, I never stopped playing basketball. So I played all year round. So I would play high school, then I would play travel.
That's how you got to 6'5". Damn. When did you get the growth spurt though, man?
Dude, I didn't get that until probably my freshman, the going into my sophomore year, because I was playing football my freshman year.
Oh, I see. But you were still 6 feet-ish or something.
No.
Really?
No, I was probably 5'8".
Oh my goodness, dude.
Yeah.
You're 6'5" now.
Yeah. So when I came back my sophomore year in high school, I was 6 foot. And I was like, pants were hitting.
like capris. Yeah. I love how we thought about it. I've never said that word in a long time, and I was like, it just connected.
Right.
I was like,
before they were cool.
Now, I mean, they'll probably come back. You know how trends are now.
So, so I kind of got into basketball seriously because all my uncles played football, so I was trying to emulate what they had done. And so I had this crazy growth spurt and ended up being 6 foot and play basketball from then on. So
Oh my goodness, man! And then 6'5" after that playing. Woo, man, that's insane, dude. And you moved to Tennessee for college then, right?
So yes, so I went to. my mother actually relocated the family. She got a job promotion, which moved us to Texas.
Gotcha.
And so once we were in Texas, that's when the college career started, and went on to Bryan College and
6'5" shooting guard.
Sounded good.
Yeah, come on now. I was 6'5". I was like, damn.
We didn't, crazy. We didn't have the best season, but I probably had my best personal accolades that year. I was All-American, all tournament team, and yeah, it was crazy.
Hey man, he's a hooper, y'all.
Yeah.
Like I said, more praise to you, man.
Yeah.
I remember this was a random time too. My early time training. You remember?
Yes.
We just in LA Fitness. There's always a basketball court.
Yeah.
So we're just like taking some jump shots, doing some stupid stuff. I just play for fun, so I don't do anything crazy.
Right.
But I was trying to do the
fadeaway.
The fadeaway, like dirt kind of vibe.
Yeah.
There. And I'm like, damn, I keep missing it. Usually I hit it, but then he's like, hey, just put the elbow up.
That's right.
And I kid you not, guys, first one. I was like, no. I looked at you like I saw a demon, bro. I was like, he could have. I'm like, wait a minute, because I kid you not, I was like, the second I just went up more, it just went in, bro.
The next like 3 or 4 you hit in a row.
My fault, coach. I guess you could keep a card, okay, brother.
Crazy.
That was such a good memory. Like,
yes,
I'm so glad he's here because there's just so many great memories and great fun, and that was a really funny day.
Yeah, I remember that too. You were like, I remember the face that you had. You were, dude, what'd you do to me?
I was like, did you pass me some of that? Did you take some of my Asian? I'm like, do a backflip. Do a karate chop, bro. Let's test it out. Chopsticks? At first, I really was like, what in the world? But hey, man, I got to play basketball again. I've been playing more soccer. So that's been kind of fun, just getting back into the sports and everything that. But you lived a really active life, Mr. Basketball Star. 6'5". Ended up going overseas.
I did, yes.
Oh, my goodness. Where did you go, and what was the vibe like compared to the States?
Man, okay, so my first team that I went to was in Sofia, Bulgaria.
Bro, what?
Yes.
Bro, what?
And let me tell you, one of the best countries I'd ever been to. The people there were amazing and beautiful, and it's not the most, it's not as friendly economy-wise, but the people there were just amazing, and simplicity. The food was so awesome. So from Sofia, Bulgaria, I went to Varna, Bulgaria.
Oh.
Yeah.
Went all over Bulgaria. The Bulgarian brute over here.
And again, now this one was a little bit more, this area was a little bit more closer to, if I'm not mistaken, it's the Mediterranean Sea.
Okay.
So every time I woke up and I would just see like the sea.
Bro, that must be
it was just so beautiful.
Life-changing sea.
It was super awesome. So from there, ended up in Münster, Germany.
Okay.
And, so played there for a little bit and then ended up in Berlin.
Wow. Oh my goodness. You also ended up in South America though?
No, those were kind of
the main ones.
Yeah, we would travel and play different teams.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. But the main one were the
4. Yeah.
Dude, and living like that, they give you like food and housing and
they give you housing. They give you housing. I had a car as well too, and then food you're kind of on your own. But I was playing basketball and experienced stuff. Met some amazing people. Played against some amazing guys too. So we would end up being friends. And so I met this guy named Dan Mooney.
Shout out Dan Mooney.
And Dan came to scout one of my games because we were in the same conference.
Yeah.
So he heard all this noise about this American and like, okay, who's this guy? So he came down and watched one of my games. And I hadn't spoken like English to anyone for a while. So
you were learning the language, huh?
Yeah.
Oh wow, dude.
So I remember walking out of the locker room. And I remember Dan and this guy named Tim at the time. They were on the same team, and Dan was just like, "Hey, good game, dude." And I walked by, I was like, "Did he speak to me?
You talking to me, right?
Did he say English?"
Yeah.
And so that's how I connected with Dan. And so we ended up playing against each other a couple of times. But I would actually take the train up to his place. Him and his wife, his kids were there.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
Man, she cooked fried chicken. I remember the menu, dude.
They gotta make a restaurant.
Dude, it was fried chicken. It was mashed potatoes.
It's all classic.
Green beans.
There.
I was like,
He's like, give me the grits, give me
What?
everything.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it was mad cool.
Dude, that's awesome,
Yeah,
man.
it was mad cool.
For the languages, though, bro, what languages did they speak, and how many did you like pick up? I guess.
So
It's been a while, probably.
yeah. So I was really good at speaking German.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for a really
That's
good.
why he got the fadeaway. The dirt. Hey.
Yeah, so I can still do my numbers. I can still kind of basically speak. But what happens is I start getting my stuff mixed up with other languages like Spanish and French. I'll say, Guten Tag, êtes-vous? Like, and I'm like, wait, no, that's French.
My bad.
Right, yeah. So, but
you have so much overlap to the languages, so it is kind of tough.
And you're surrounded by so many different other countries. So, like, my team at the time considered I'd have, Croatians, I'd have Ukrainians, so, they're speaking different languages than they spoke, like probably 3 or 4 languages as well too. And so, but basketball is X's and O's for me. So I would just kind of literally block everything out and just watch what coach was drawing, and rather than what he was saying.
You're like, I can understand that language. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
We're running floppy right now. You know what I'm saying?
If he's red, he's mad.
Yeah, there you go. in every language. Every language.
That's universal.
I mean, bro, I'm glad that you pointed it out, because people that have never been to Europe, the languages, it's so vast. When I was in Estonia, bro, the country right next is Latvia, and it's a different language too. And then Lithuania is right there, different language. Right. Poland, different language. And it's only like, I mean, California is bigger than like maybe 6 of those countries, you know, like, which is crazy to think about. And we all speak, we speak the same language, but sometimes we don't.
Right.
Let's be real. The Bay Area, y'all tripping. So, don't cancel me, Bay Area.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, all the different languages, bro, it's so fascinating. And it's cool that there's some overlap with I think I saw something like a graphic where like the line above a certain couple countries is like potato lovers. Okay. And then below is tomato lovers.
Oh, wow.
And then if you look at like Lithuania, Poland, like they have those, what pierogies are like those dumplings with potato and everything. Yeah. And then below is like Italy and stuff like that, tomatoes. And I'm like, this makes sense. Greece too does a lot of the tomatoes. Yeah. Damn, you just gotta change the T into the P.
You. Where were you years ago where I can understand that?
And you know me, I was traveling the world.
Yes, you were.
Well, I don't even think so. I can't remember what I was doing actually. Young and in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Shout out Bridgeport, Connecticut. Yeah, the best state in the world, man. What was your favorite dish though when you were in Europe, bro? If you had to pick one.
Man. Let's see. Okay. My coach invited me over to have dinner with his family and his wife, and he had 2 kids, but his wife cooked these green peppers. She had stuffed green peppers with rice and meat and seasoning, and this was a Bulgarian dish. Bruh, I felt so bad because I had like probably 5 or 6.
He had one whole tray.
And I could see the concern on her face, like, he wants more.
I gotta make more right now. Right. She going to the grocery store, like.
But man, it was
good, bro.
They were so good. But I'd also have to say, like, I ate a lot of fruit.
Oh yeah.
Like so like fruit is just really truly fresh over there, and so it wasn't spoiled and messed with.
I know. Too many like preservatives.
Yeah.
A lot of it is like you can see marketplaces on the side of the road, bro.
Yes.
And they look clean, like legit. Bro. Like you grab an apple or like a random fruit. I didn't even know some of the names. When I was in Poland, so many marketplaces. Yeah. I could not tell you what fruit I grabbed, but I'm like, you just rinse it a little bit and just eat it.
It's
and
just
like,
fresh.
Fresh.
I mean, the color would pop, and like pineapple wasn't as acidic. Of course, watermelon was just
watermelon.
Amazing. Yeah. Sorry.
I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to say. Okay, don't get to the fact either. Please.
I said pineapple first.
Okay, I was like, that's fair. That's fair. Man, I just love how we both looked at each other like, who's gonna say it though? Tyrone, sit down, okay? Oh man, this is ridiculous. But it's true. Yeah, all the fruits, man. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like we're giving so much hate to the Americans, but
some stuff just doesn't need to be messed with.
For real, bro. When you go to Southeast Asia, which we'll plan Bali trip soon, bro. The fruit there, bro, and the food. God.
Yeah.
Bro. And they got the unique ones like the durian, dragon fruit.
Oh, yeah.
Like different star fruit combinations. And like, there's a lot of stuff that I don't even know what's in English. It's like, they have like lychee, different berries.
Okay.
Bro, it's, you'll have a different fruit every day, to be
awesome.
honest. And in different seasons and stuff. But
that's awesome.
Have you ever tried any Southeast Asian fruits?
I'm always open. So, yeah. So, anytime somebody, like, to me, like, I tell people, less information you give me, the more I'm willing to try.
That's facts. That's
right.
Facts. Yeah, because once you start giving them all the then you're like,
oh, but like, no, just don't tell me and just have me try it, and I'm open. So yeah,
I'm excited for the boys' trip eventually.
Yes, sir.
We'll plan it out when we get our money. You know what I'm saying? Get our money. Coming soon. Amen to that. Amen to that, man. And then you became a personal trainer, bro.
Yes.
Around that time, what's that timeline between the basketball and personal training?
So I actually majored in kinesiology.
Awesome.
So I majored in that. I got back. So once I got injured, got back to the States, a buddy of mine, he was just like, dude, you'd be a good personal trainer. And I was like, really? Like, what's that? And so he's the one who kind of talked me into getting my cert and all that stuff. And from then on, I just fell in love with it. I fell in love with transformation. You know, each person's like a puzzle, right? And
it's true, very true, yeah.
Right? Like each person's like a puzzle. Hey, we want this to this, but you know, this bothers me, or this right here, or my knee, or this.
And in life in general, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so it was each person, like, so it was always like stimulating to me. Like, how can I get around this for this person, and then this person over here. So, I feel that people have taken the personal out of personal training, I agree. So we still need to keep personal training imperative. But I love when my clients would feel or share success, right? And it doesn't always have to be physical. It was, hey, my doctor took me off of some medicine that genetically they wanted to get off of, and they were worried about it in their family, or genetically, or whatever. And you're there, and you're just like, wow, like we're sharing this together, and their joy from all the hard work, from doing things that they never thought that they would ever do, or I can't do that. Like, no, you can. Just let's start with 6 today. Okay, now next week let's start with 8. Now let's do 15. Now they're doing it, they don't even think about it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
It's such a beautiful like profession, and it's like one where you get a lot of I get a lot of imposter syndrome still, where I'm like, am I actually helping these people? But then, like you said, when the testimonies come and they're just like out of nowhere, like, yo, Kris, yo, Patty, I can walk a little extra more today, or I didn't feel sleepy, or I didn't have, like after my lunch, or like those little things. Not even just about the physical, like you're talking about,
for sure,
but the internal as well, like
for sure,
the mental health part of it, of just like feeling good.
Huge.
Oh my goodness, that's one of the biggest things that. You know, in the fitness industry, I feel like a lot of it is always the aesthetic stuff, and you know, that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
But a lot of the inside stuff is stuff that we need to highlight more, because people are scared to have like personal training or like going to the gym in general because they think it's only aesthetics, only looks, only looks.
Or people don't feel like they don't need it because I can just duplicate what I've seen on Zoom or on line or whatever, or
a PDF. Yeah, you can see some PDF.
And that's not to disrespect anybody's business and what have you, but there's something about personal training and someone being there and sharing. Like I said, it's very vulnerable, it's very personal. Like you're watching these people, you're having them do certain things, you know they're open about some things, and some things they share. You know what I'm saying?
So that's why the personal part, honestly, it's so personal. I hear some crazy stories, and I'm like, y'all should write a script, like, and then cast me and Kris in it. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing.
Watch out, that's my show now.
We'll talk about that a little.
Yes, sir.
But it's such a great profession. So shout out to personal trainers out there.
Yes.
The people that are clients, keep doing your thing. Don't go too crazy out there with the stories, because hey man, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm like, are we working out our mouth? Shout out to my clients. You know who you are. I love you. You're the best. But bro, you had some amazing clients. So you coached also NBA players.
Oh wow, you did your research. This Charles, man right here.
Charles Smith, also 6'5", bro.
Yes.
I saw some of his highlights. He's a hooper, man. He's a hooper out there.
He went to New Mexico. He went to New Mexico. Helped him out a little bit. Doug Davis.
Yeah.
My bad. Yeah, pitcher.
Come on now.
Yeah, he. Let's see. When I met Doug was pitching for the Brewers.
Yes, sir.
And then after a year with me, he signed a huge deal. I won't put his business out there, but he signed a huge deal for the Diamondbacks. So
I mean, you could see it there actually. So you can put it out there. Let's just say big deal, okay?
Huge deal. Yeah,
bro. How was it like working with like Charles Smith? Because he was similar build to you.
Yeah,
it must have been. I love how you mentioned the whole personal training where it's always unique in a different puzzle.
Yeah,
it's funny how this puzzle is similar to yours, but it's so different.
Correct.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Right? How was that whole process like?
It was full circle because it was actually one of the reasons that I'd gone into kinesiology. Because I'd always said, okay, if something were to ever happen to me, I would like to be able to heal myself or train myself or rehab myself and know what it is that I'm doing. So that's how that's how I got into kinesiology. And so then when I was able to train Charles, it was almost like training myself, you know what I mean?
Wow.
So, and then, the cool part about it, we didn't stop just at the weights, we'd go into the gym and we'd do agility shooting in there. And, and so again, it kept me close to the game. And just a lot of fun.
Dude, that's so cool, man. How did you get those opportunities, by the way, to like coach these athletes?
Dude, just it takes a village, being in the right place at the right time. And I guess at the time I had a kind of a name for myself. I was at 24 Hour Fitness. And crazy is before I started working there, I actually played basketball there.
Oh.
And so that was the gym that I would go to. So everyone knew me as the hooper there, not the trainer. So then when I got on there, I kind of already had a name for myself. And then it was like, oh, man, you train now? I was just like, yeah. It's like, oh, well, hey, man, in the off season, let's do it.
Sure,
yeah.
Wow, that's so cool. Man, it's always those opportunities you never expect.
For sure.
And you just have to be open in life, honestly. And that's why this whole journey, especially in LA.
Man.
Like I said, so grateful to have you, man. So I'm just so much praise.
Thank you.
But you then got scouted overseas, huh, for this first modeling booking
overseas,
commercial things.
Huh?
Is that's what I found?
Okay.
First print shoot.
Okay, I don't think it was overseas though. But so this, I'll tell a funny story.
Okay. Tell.
So you have these scouting things where you're trying to get an agent. Okay. And so I fly down, and dude, I have like no money for food, no money for anything, and I mean, I just have like enough money for my room for the night, but they need a deposit, they need all this, and I'm like, I don't have that. I was like, so can I get it to you tomorrow? So anyway, long story short, dude, I told you I have no money for food. I walked the hotel and there was a business meeting that had been held.
No way.
Well, there were sandwiches and chips and apples.
Yeah,
and
there's
I was
always
like,
some left over.
I was like, well, there's dinner. There's dinner, there's breakfast,
I'm good for like the week. Gonna get my backpack.
So I go in there and I'm like, I go get it. And this is only the first night. I'm there for the weekend.
Damn.
So I'm there for the weekend. And you're set up to do like photo shoots, you're set up to do runway, you're set up to do like all these things and, monologues and all these things, just to do all these things in front of like agents to see if you can get picked up. And in the midst of doing that, I run into these amazing people from Indiana. And I'm the only one there representing from Texas. And it's like 3 or 4 of them. So they're all sharing a room and all that stuff. And so, of course, my nickname is Texas. They're just like, hey, Texas, like, where are you staying? And I'm like, I'm staying, we're all in the same hotel. But they were just like, yo, get out of that room and come stay with us. I was just like, I will do that.
Let's go.
So again, I've always been very fortunate and blessed to be able, like, people just kind of respect my kindness and invite me in, and so that was it for the sandwiches.
Bro, that's funny. Those sandwiches, like, I can eat this in the next 5 hours. I'll be spaced out for the.
But. That's kind of, so I got into modeling. Someone tricked me into going.
Okay.
They did. Someone tricked me into going to an open call. I thought it was for them.
Bruh.
And so we're there and they pull out pictures of me.
What?
And I'm like, wait, what are you doing?
How did they get the pictures of you?
How'd you get this information on me?
Good question.
Right. So I'm thinking I'm being a supportive friend by like going to this open call for them, and they pulled pictures of me out, and the lady was like, "Oh wow, like you have a really good look," And I was like, who?
She's like, what does that mean? I was like, yeah, you're like, thank you.
I was like, who? And she's like, you. Like, yeah, we'd love to sign you and this. And so that's actually how I got into modeling, acting, and all that stuff. I was actually tricked into it. So
was it a friend that
yeah, it was a
shout out to your friend out there?
Yeah. And so I go out for this audition and I don't get it. It's a big audition. It's like the cover of like the Med Ball or something like that. And so I go for this audition. Well, the casting director remembers me. She calls me for my first commercial job. No audition with that one. She's just like, hey, I have a commercial that I think you'd be really good at. Man, that commercial ran for like 10 years.
Wow, dude.
Yeah. And
I mean, it's those like those doors, leaving them open too sometimes.
For sure.
You're like, maybe you didn't get that opportunity, but who knows? Maybe the next year, week, month, whatever. And you just never know the lasting impression that you have of people.
You really don't. You know, and you really don't. And it's one of those things, and we'll allude to it, but it's one of those things that I kind of think about. Like, and I don't want to say instant gratification because it's really not, but sometimes you feel that what you're doing is so natural and so a part of you that it's not valued.
Yeah.
You know, but until someone tells you, like, hey, I saw you that, like, you know what I mean? You're just like, wait, me?
Really?
Like, you know what I mean? So, and I try to emulate that in my character and my personality with people to let them know that I see them every day. You know what I mean? Not just, because I know how it feels. So, yeah.
Man, that's amazing, man. And when did you have your daughter, by the way?
Oh, wow. So my daughter was born in 2000.
Okay. That was before all this, like, agency stuff?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes,
got it.
Before that, and then she came, and so just gave me purpose in life,
man.
and that's where she's phenomenal.
Amazing, man. She's killing it. Master's degree, right?
Yeah. She played volleyball. She played volleyball.
Okay. Athletic, smart, just like Pops over here. Oh my goodness.
Way smarter than me though. Like way smarter. She I have to chat GPT when she tells me.
She be texting you like, hold up. What does this message mean?
What is your degree again?
Yeah.
Text it to me.
Yeah, bro. What is she studying, by the way?
She is public health.
Oh my.
Yeah, like I said.
Okay, sister.
Like I said.
Hey,
she's pretty special.
That's so amazing, man. How did you tackle all that, like being a young dad and doing everything, bro? Because you were doing a lot, like personal training, the modeling and the acting, all that stuff. How did you balance all of that, dude?
You don't know until you look back at it. You know what I mean? Because you only do what you feel is right, or for me, right? Like, I only do what I feel is right. I'm just doing this because I'm supposed to do it. It's not a lot until you look back and somebody's like, Joe, you did what? You did that? I'm just like, well, yeah. And they're just like how? And I have to be honest that the training that freed up my schedule to be able to go to her events, her games, pick her up from school and stuff like that. Education was just huge in my life, and so I wanted to implement those same things with her as well too. And didn't have the best childhood, so I basically did everything opposite of what was kind of done with me, and just wanted to be intentional on breaking those chains, and just wanted to, like, okay, hey, look, like, she doesn't have to go through these things.
Yeah. That's so true. The generational trauma and everything, and the cycles. I think that's the thing that it's so hard for us to break it, because it is a cycle.
For sure.
And whether it's because of the family, and it's generational too. It's not even just like our parents. It's grandparents, great-grandparents, cycle.
And of course, everyone did the best that they could. But, I think for me, my core values, I just wanted her to know that she had someone that was always there for her. She had somebody who was always going to be in the stands for her. She had someone who will always, like, have her back and be there. And so I just try my best to do that. And
man, I love the way you're glowing, talking about it. He's such a real one, man. I feel like we always have conversations about, like, that fatherhood stuff, because I'm not a dad that I know of just yet.
Maybe I'm out.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to go back to Estonia, man. Mom, don't watch this part. But I remember one conversation we randomly had though about like not being a coach to your daughter.
Yeah.
It was like, I forgot when it was, maybe a month or two or something like that. It just stuck to me about that. Could you elaborate more on how you, I guess, separate the two things, man? Because you're an athlete already, a coach. You want her to be amazing at her sport, of course. Yeah. But how do you just be her dad? You know?
I think, so for me, I'd always kind of witnessed the dynamics between people who coach their kids and the demand that they put on them. And I don't know that the kids knew how to separate the two between, oh, that's coach and then that's dad when we get home. And I always valued my relationship with my daughter a lot more. And so I was just like, okay, this is, I don't want to be that person. I want to be the well-liked. I want her to love me. I don't want any hate or animosity towards me. So I would just drop her off at practices and have her go to
fun, baby.
Right. And have her dislike the other coaches and then come in the car and gripe. But I do feel like it was important for her to be able to play, to see the two differences. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so just know that, okay, dad, daddy is coach wanted me to do this, coach wanted me to do that. And now it's okay, well, coach said that, not daddy coach.
Yeah.
And again, I just didn't think I would be, I'm already a perfectionist. I didn't want to ruin that with her by pushing her to certain limits and pushing her to certain places and then come back home and be like, all right, I'm daddy now. And I just like, wait, who? I don't like that guy.
I don't like daddy. Yeah. You still look the same. You know what I mean? You just talk different a little bit. Yeah.
So I just always was like, okay, like the most important thing for me is my relationship with my daughter. And so I'm going to let coaches be coaches. And they're great coaches. There's great programs for them to be and sign up for. It wasn't cheap, but for me, I just thought it was more important to have someone else do that rather than myself.
No, that's awesome, man. Getting that like separation.
For sure.
Because also, if you bring the trauma from the field to home, it just compounds. And damn, that's just a lot to deal with, dude.
For sure. For sure.
That's a lot of maturity. Look at that. We're learning a lot on the episode today. A little bit of everything. To go back on the acting stuff, man, you're represented in Texas, LA, and you have a manager?
Yes.
Okay, shout out to all of them over there.
Yes.
How does it feel having all those different like representations? Is it better? Do you like it that way, or do you wish it was only one way? Like, what's your advice for people that are thinking of doing like multiple states and maybe having a manager and all that kind of stuff?
Multiple states gives you enough work, right? My biggest thing is what I would recommend for anybody getting an agent. Get an agent for someone who believes in you and for someone who sees a vision for you. My manager does that amazingly. And don't ask me what the difference between a manager and an agent because I still don't know. But my manager is amazing. She's a beautiful person. She's a beautiful soul. She's ambitious. She's goal oriented. She has a vision for me. Because this business is really tough. It's tough psychologically.
Oh, absolutely.
And so a lot of times I'm in my head a lot, and I can reach out to her, and she just knows. She knows to pick up the phone. She knows just when to call. She those things are still important.
Absolutely, yeah.
And so, but she's also a go-getter. She's, hey, I think we should be, and I think we should, and why aren't we doing? Okay. And I'm like, all right, bet. And so sometimes I'll deny a project, or deny an audition.
Yeah.
And, hey, is there a reason that we did that one? I was just, well, I really wasn't. She goes, well, this person doesn't usually do commercials. They're usually in TV casting. So why don't we audition so we can at least be seen in front of them?
Wow, I love that. Having that extra brain. So you literally physically, wow, that's rooting for you.
And so she just talks me off the edge so many times, and she encourages me, and she's a beautiful person.
I love that. Shout out to all the great managers, agents out there. Yes. That's really important, man, when you're selecting who's representing you, because they're an extension of you,
Yes.
And if they understand your goals too, it's going to make it so much easier.
Huge.
And in the end of the day, we're all here to make money together. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if you're making the money, they're making the money.
Exactly.
That's the business side of it. Yeah. That's just how people have those positions. Without that, then we'll just be, I guess, in a theater island, just having a fun time. That's amazing, man. Great advice right there. And it's always nice to have someone to talk to and give you the second thought of it too.
That part.
You know, because I feel like a lot of the times too, we see maybe an audition and we think, there's no way.
Exactly.
Either there's no way, or like, I don't see myself doing this project at all.
Yeah.
But just like you mentioned, hey, what if we do this just to do it?
Correct.
And then you maybe see them again and you get a 10-year commercial run, you know, and you never know.
You never know. And a lot of times, I don't think I've ever been in the casting, right? I've auditioned and sent my tapes off, and that's all I know. You know, there's an assumption of what I think goes on, but sometimes you don't know who sees it. You don't know what casting director, you know, and, you know, I don't know if you've ever had this, but I've auditioned for one role and then I'll get another audition for another role, same project. And I'm like, wait.
Oh, no, that happened. Yeah.
Right? Like, oh, they saw this audition and thought, no, we like him for this.
Yeah.
You know?
Like the same casting agency would, because they have them on like different fonts and you can kind of see which one is what, how they want the self-tape submitted, like the different. So, yeah, no, you're right, man. You really never know. Funny enough, we did almost, I wish I would have gotten that audition.
Me too. That would have been awesome.
I know. Backstory-wise, it was like us just catching up like those random days. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, man, I got this audition for, what was it, some banking thing? Some banking thing. Yeah. And then you're like, I was like, this banking thing in Texas, I believe.
Yes.
And then you're like, your eyes were like, wait, is it for blah, 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 blah? And I'm like,
I was like, are you a spokesperson? And I'm like,
I was like, I didn't even say what it was. I was like, what kind of black magic is this? Magic, I mean. Magic. Sorry. I was like, it's just like me with the basketball. I'm like, huh? Is this guy watching me now? I'm like, what in the world? And then you're like, no, because I auditioned for this. And he showed me the tape. I'm like, bro, we have to get it somehow. Yeah. But we didn't get it. I don't think.
Yeah. One day we're going to work together, though.
I know, that would be such a blessing, bro.
One day we're going to work together.
But that was just so funny, like, seeing that and how small this circle is. And
for sure.
Bro, it's just a reminder for us, we're close, bro. We just have to keep enjoying the process.
For sure.
We're there, man.
Tough, though.
It is, bro.
That's tough.
Tell me about it, bro. We're approaching the 2.5, 3. It's like the clock is still ticking. And for people like us where we just want, I mean, not just want the ambition because we actually put in the work. You know, it's one thing where you want it because you're like, oh, everyone wants the glory, the $1 million. But hey, objectively, I mean, we already talked about all the stuff, man. Being a single dad, doing all that stuff, bro, and just while pursuing your passions, it's not easy. And then,
I would say that alone, like just pursuing your goals. I see why people don't. You know what I mean? Like it's really like. I have to be honest, I've had the pleasure of meeting Bill Bellamy, but his story like really impressed me because, you know, most people start from the bottom and it's easy to work your way up. Bill Bellamy was extremely educated and like highly, and had a very nice job. Like, I mean, 6-figure job. And I remember him, remember in the story, someone saying, hey, you're not going to be really any good until you get rid of that cushion. This man walks away from a 6-figure job to pursue his career in comedy. Like, again, most people are working their way up, and so you're not losing out on anything. But like, and to me, anytime I want to give up, I'm just like, okay, I reflect on that. You know what I mean? So for somebody to have that much passion and to gamble on himself, it's not easy.
It's not, man.
It is not easy. So you're really truly gambling on yourself. You moved out here. I moved out here, and you're just like, all right, let's see what happens. And you know, you get more no's than you get yeses.
Absolutely, you get like 20 no's to the one yes, maybe if you're lucky.
Yeah, and you know, for me but you know, that one yes is always like, oh yeah, all right, I can do this.
Yes,
you don't think about the 9 no's or the 10 no's.
You forget about it.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And so that's why I say a lot of it is psychological, and that's where people can probably lose and give up. It's like, yo, F this. Like this is because it's hard. I'm not gonna lie, it's hard.
It's one of the hardest things, and if you only know it if you actually have experienced it long enough. Because people, you know, they're like, oh, I've done it for like 2 months, 3 months.
Yeah.
Like, there's people who have been doing this for 20 years, bro. People are paying. Shout out to y'all. Keep doing your thing, man, because they love the craft, you know. And it's it's something where you have to be persistent, patient, and it's great to have people around you that support you too. Support and challenge you, just like you said with the mentoring. You know, like whether it's like not just like if you're going on the down spiral, you have someone checking up on you, like, hey man, you make sure you also still keep doing this. Don't go that path. You know, I understand you're not getting the auditions, but hey, you can still do the other stuff. Control what you can control.
Control what you can control.
Like you're still working, doing the personal training, still making money and all that stuff. I'm still doing the podcast, 93, which is crazy. 93. Hey, it's crazy, bro. That's the year you were born, right? 1993.
Bruh.
1993. Black don't crack.
Moving on.
Black don't crack. Okay, Black don't crack. Commercials though, man. Yeah. Gatorade, Under Armour, Frito-Lay, and Nike, bro.
Yeah.
My goodness, dude. How did you get all those opportunities, dude?
At the time, I had a really good agent. Just blessed. I don't know anything else like it. Each time I'm on set, I'm trying to learn. Like I really am. I'm trying to pick people's brain, learn a little bit more about the business because I think I'm still green. Like I think I'm probably just got into thinking I can do this for a career. I think at the time I was just like, this is cool extra money, But now I'm just like, oh man, like what if we get, a reoccurring role and
push the gas a little bit
more.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And so. I think I'm just, when I'm on set, I try my best to be a joy to be around. You're on set, you're on set 10, 12, 13 hours. Yeah. And if you're an a-hole, like people don't want to work with you again.
And I saw something where you posted on one of your stories, like it takes a village.
Yeah.
And it's so true, man.
It really does.
Even like a smaller set where it's like maybe only 3 people in the cast and there's still like 5 different PAs.
Facts.
You got costume design, you got lighting, you got shout out to everyone out there doing amazing, dude. Like,
and they do remarkable work.
Specialized, dude. I'm like, I remember one time with like the makeup thing with the 65-year-old. I'm like, his sister did the whole thing. I'm like, I look goddamn 65. I'm like,
crazy.
Damn, bro. And then I've seen you like on the makeup chair and the haircuts. You know what I'm saying? You looking fresh a little bit on deck. I'm like, but the costume also like picking certain pieces, adding little details. Lighting is a big thing.
Huge.
Audio. Oh my goodness. Like the industry is just so fascinating. And it really does take a village, man. And
it really is.
People don't appreciate that. So bringing the great energy, like you said, like I said, this guy brings all the joy and all the fun time, especially as a 6'5". They're like, who's this intimidating presence? Who is this guy over here? Like you're just towering over everyone, but you like have the best laugh and the best energy, bro. I think that's a really big tip for anyone working on set. Whatever you do on set, just be good.
Yeah,
be good.
Be fun. Be fun to work with. Be appreciative because even though they're not the ones being seen, they make you look good.
Yeah,
they make me look really good. So
bro, they are
and I'm
amazing.
Just always grateful. So anytime I'm on set or anytime I'm leaving, it's it's a wrap. I make sure I go around and shake everyone's hand. I make sure I say thank you. So you just never know how far that goes in the industry. So
of course,
yeah,
and also like just not expecting anything from it.
For sure.
Just like giving the handshake. Thank you. I appreciate you.
For sure.
Blessings to you. May success go your way, all that kind of stuff, good vibe, good energy, because it's easy also to get drama on set.
Yes, man.
People yelling at each other, and you're just like, oh, how do I deal with
what
this?
Is this?
Yeah, after you're in so many different sets, you realize like it's never gonna be perfect,
right?
Because there's so many. Personalities, egos, whether it's like the director maybe, or maybe in the costume people, or PA, or even some actors. So just try to be the good light when you can, because it makes a big difference, honestly.
Huge.
Huge. Especially since you've been in so many different sets. All those different commercials. Out of those 4, though, Gatorade, Under Armour, Frito-Lay, and Nike, which one was your favorite project out of those 4?
Ooh. The favorite to do or the favorite to watch?
Give me the do and the watch.
Okay.
Because it does depend, actually. Yeah, that's so true. You're right. Yeah. Because sometimes you like you're having fun and then you look at it like, no offense, it's not. It's not as
I'd have to say Gatorade. Crazy, because I remember like watching basketball, and this ad was when you would drink. If it was a purple Gatorade, they did the purple sweat.
Yeah.
And I always remember like, okay, that's cool.
It's fire. Yeah.
And so that's what they did.
Oh, that's sick. Yeah.
So I got a chance to drink an orange Gatorade and then the orange sweat. Woo! I was just like, okay. So it was almost like it was fun to do, but then it was kind of a dream
come
true
cool, man.
too as well too. So
it was just like the little kid moment, like
I was like, that's me.
He's like, I get the orange one. No, that's so cool, man. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, because with like I said, just more praise to them too. Like the magic that they can do with the technology and be like, wait, so I just have to drink this and it's gonna look cool. He's like, yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
You just drink it and then the sweat comes in and you're like, I don't know how anyone would think of this. And then execute it too.
For sure.
I mean, Gatorade also had some really good commercials. That era, I remember like the 2000s, 2010s, man, they were on top. They had some of the best.
They really do.
They haven't had one recently. Maybe they need our boy Kris
Clinton
back. They really haven't though. Like legit, y'all. What's up? Y'all slacking? Hit up my boy. Hit us up. Let's go.
G2. They got a lot of. I learned how many different types of Gatorade there are as well too. Like how much science goes into it. At the time, it was it was a Gatorade morning. It was a Gatorade like a replenisher because again, they're having to keep up with the athletes.
Yeah.
And the athletes, because the training was getting so far advanced, Gatorade had to step theirs up as well too. No sugar. It was pretty awesome.
Wow. Man. Gatorade has so much on the story. You're like, give me a Gatorade. Which one, bro? I'm like, which one you want? You got the zero sugar, half sugar, like a protein.
Right.
I'm like,
you're like, oh.
That's probably why they don't have commercials. They're like, we got too many products. Everyone knows. Everyone knows what we are. Well, if you want a yellow Gatorade. Okay, maybe not yellow.
I was wait, yellow or yellow?
well, AAPI, Asian American Pacific Islander month is coming. Maybe you want to do yellow Gatorade with me.
Boy, move on.
let me know, Gatorade. But the lycanthrope.
The what?
The lycanthrope.
Oh man, okay.
Yes. Werewolves.
Yeah,
it's like a horror movie.
Yes,
you played a guy. In that movie.
That was it. Just a guy.
What? How did you get sucked into a horror movie as a black man? Who told you? Who tricked you this time?
We know that I didn't last long. I got a credit.
Hey, you gotta know what you gotta do, bro.
They need somebody that can kill off real quick.
You're like,
he's our guy.
Dude,
I I'll be honest. I never know what the audition is. So,
that's a lot of auditions. That's right.
And I remember literally going, okay, I need to do stuff to build up my resume.
Yeah. Just get the reps.
And and because I was, at the time it was just like, okay, and you know how it is. It's a catch-22. You're not getting opportunities, and if you're not getting opportunities, it's because you don't have any opportunities on your resume. You're just like,
then what is it? Yeah.
Help me.
Yeah, it's like the job description. Yeah, you need 10 years of experience after graduation. Yeah.
Right.
How does that make sense?
How am I getting experience
if I'm here in the door?
Yeah. And so I think at that time, I was just really just trying to get stuff on my resume. Mm-hmm. I had no idea what this was. It was just like, hey, you got the part. I was like, okay. I think I sat in a bar and I don't even remember it, to be honest.
Well, shout out
but
to
it shows up on IMDb.
So. Yeah, there we go. Shout out to IMDb right there. Guy number one. Number one, though, not number two.
Guy number one.
We'll take it.
Guy number two died.
Spoiler. Sorry. If you guys want to watch it, I don't know where to watch it. I was trying to find it, bro. I'll be real with you. But you did something also, Suburban Secrets, dude?
Yes.
It's like a little documentary thing.
So this is a funny story. So my trainer gives me a call. He owns his own gym, and he owns his own gym in Grand Prairie, Texas.
Okay.
And he calls me. He's like, "Hey, you want to be on TV?" And I'm like, "Sure."
Yeah.
He goes, "Well, they want to use my gym to shoot something. But they said they needed another guy to be in the scene."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I go out there. And so he's just, my trainer's like this huge bodybuilder. I'm sitting there. But what they did was they reenacted a murder that that really truly happened in Grand Prairie.
But not in that gym, though.
No, not in the gym.
Bum buckle. I'm like, bro, first you do a horror movie, now you gonna get killed, bro. How did you survive? How are we here? This better not be a murder.
Right?
Uh-oh, guys. The bookshelf has like a secret.
So again, just I've been very blessed and fortunate, and so he calls me out there, and so we just do this scene, and like it's shown national. I have no idea that it's going to be shown on TBS, and like my family's like, "That's my cousin. That's my cousin." I'm just like, "Wait, what? You saw it?" They're just like, "Yes," and I was like, "Oh, that's crazy." So
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Man. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So that show is they like reenact murders and stuff like that.
Yeah. So there was a young girl that was murdered in Grand Prairie, Texas, and so they kind of talked about her murder. And so in the midst of talking about her murder, they went around the city, used the gym. We were two guys in the gym that were kind of talking about it and making comments about it.
Yeah, oh my God, that's what a unique project, man.
Yeah.
And it's another thing with the timing, like you never know, man.
For sure.
Damn, that's crazy, bro. Wow, because when I was looking, I was like, what the heck? Shout out to be a man in the gym, man. Man in the gym, man.
You know.
Well, after being the man in the gym, you were the man and Breakers.
Oh,
man.
yes.
Mills.
Yes.
TV series, man.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
A lot of fun.
Dude.
Such a great show.
How is it like recording a TV series, though, compared to like just a one-off thing?
Man, it's a lot of fun, and it actually kind of got my, like, mouth salivating for that because, you know, it's 10 episodes. And for 10 episodes, you get to bring this character to life.
Yes.
And you get to be this character.
You get to flesh it out more.
For sure. And that part was fun. And Mills goes on this roller coaster of a ride. And the cast is amazing and beautiful. And, you know, but it was just super cool to just bring this character to life for 10 episodes. So, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
Quick story.
Yes, please.
Okay. I get an audition. So I'm shooting WinStar, which is a casino in Texas. I'm shooting with this young lady, Amanda Erickson.
Amanda.
Anyway, I'm shooting with Amanda. Amanda is actually already shooting Breakers. I guess she makes a suggestion to the director about me. He reaches out to me, Chasen Lane. He reaches out to me for an audition. And I audition for Chubbs, which is a bad guy. Don't even know the character Mills. And so I audition and, you know, and then I don't hear anything. And anyway, I was asking like, hey, how'd you hear about me? He was just like, oh, Amanda. So being professional on set is always huge.
I mean, this is just an example of like what we were talking about earlier. Yeah. You never know who's gonna notice. Whoever's, you know,
super cool.
Oh my!
It was it was cool for Amanda to do that. I had no idea that she did that.
Shout out to her, man.
And we were on set, like we didn't, you know what I mean? Like we were principals, so we didn't. It was a group of us, but like it's not like we sat down and talked and she mentioned what she was going. Like no, we were cordial, we were kind, but for her to even think of me and pass my name on, it was something so unexpected. And one of the best things in life. Yeah, one of the best projects I'd been on, Breakers. It was a lot of fun to shoot that.
Dude, that's amazing, man. Yeah. It's really cool how everything just kind of connects,
for sure.
Because you ended up working with Chasen again, huh?
Yes, I did.
Sheer pandemic.
Oh,
my, bro, this guys, you got to watch the trailer, yo. That's crazy. You play Punch.
Yes.
Bruh.
Yes.
It's about toilet paper and the pandemic and the cartel.
Yes.
So tell me more about it. It's two best friends. I know.
So what happens is the pandemic hits and COVID hits, and my job as a trainer gets shut down, and his job gets shut down as well too. And so we still got to put food on the table. And so we do that by pushing PEPs and toilet paper and we get this kidnapped kid in our car, and it takes a turn for the worse. And you know, so but it's a lot of fun. My first lead, I was the lead in that movie. So my first lead, it was a comedy. It was produced by Chasen and Grant Davis. Grant Davis is out here as well too.
Oh, awesome.
I've worked with Grant a couple of times. He's awesome. And but yeah, it was a lot of work though. A lot of dialogue. Like a lot
Bro,
of dialogue.
you were and when I was watching the trailer, I'm like, damn, you're everywhere. I don't know how you memorize all this stuff, dude. And then you come in with the little mask on too.
Yeah, please watch Sheer Pandemic.
Yes. Where can they find it, by the way?
Amazon.
Yeah.
Tubi. Yeah, so it's really.
Dude, it's a fun one. I always love those dynamic kind of, like a buddy cop vibe.
Yes.
And then you bring the humor for a situation that's actually serious because that's trafficking.
Right.
That's kind of, don't do that, guys. Okay. That's great. Where did he come up with the idea though?
I don't know, but Chasen's a really good writer. Like, and not because I'm in it, but Breakers, Sheer Pandemic, it's something that you probably need to watch more than once just because to put some of the stuff that he does together, you're just like, oh, wow. Like, okay, that's really funny or that's really genius.
Yeah, it's clever,
Yeah, so he does a really good job. He's extremely creative. And it's my hope that he and I will have the run like Michael B. Jordan and Ryan. You know what I mean? Just he's a lot of fun to work with and he's creative and so I look forward to working with him.
Is there a new project coming up with you and him?
We will I'm trying to keep him motivated, but we're
okay.
Yeah.
This is gonna hold him accountable.
Yeah, exactly.
Jason, you better watch this episode and
exactly
hold you accountable right there. Sometimes just take some time to go to the next one. Speaking of the next one though, Guardians, man.
Yes.
Mills, man.
Yes.
Damn. I was like, wait a minute, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, you sure not 7'5"? Damn, I'm like, this brother intimidating. If you guys hear all the laughs and the joy, this man played the complete opposite in this role.
Yes.
Bro, how did you get that role and what was that whole shooting process like?
So Breakers and Guardians are actually they're kind of tied into each other. And so Breakers is Breakers is the prequel to Guardians. So after what happens with Mills, you get Guardians, and Guardians is one of those things where Mills has kind of found his way. He's made a choice on what direction he wants his life to go into, and he commits to it. So it's a lot of fun.
You bulked up, bro. Bro, tell me about that process for those roles though. When you want to get bigger like that, what was your regimen like? Walk me through that.
It was just realizing. I think I was probably inspired by quite a few cops at the time.
Okay.
And just wanted to play the part, So
how much did you eat and how much did you lift? Because this brother, bro, he was massive. Those arms, I was like, that does not. How did anyone find a costume for this? No, seriously, I was like, this guy's already 6'5".
Right.
Did they have to put 3 pieces of suits on? I was like, damn, the suits look good, man. The vest and all that?
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, what was the workout regimen for that?
Shout out to Steve again. Steve would always get me ready for something, and I would just tell him, hey, I'm getting ready to shoot this. And he'd be like, all right, well, what do you want to do? I was just like, well, I want to look like a cop. I want to say less. And so he'd fix my meal. I mean, he'd tell me what to eat, and then he would train me as far as my workouts as well, too.
And how many meals did you eat a day for that time?
Oh, my God, 6.
Damn.
Yeah, 6 meals a day.
At least 4,000 calories or something?
Something like that.
Damn,
I got tired of eating.
Bro, no, that's when you said that, I'm like, dude, that's insane. Bro. That's more than double than me. I'm like, God damn, I'm a small man over here. I'm sorry, sir. And what about the workout? What was it, a lot of compound moves or more accessory stuff?
We would work out probably 5 times a day off. Maybe 2 days, but he would have me do cardio in the morning, cardio in the evening, just to stay, tight.
A little more,
Yeah, and I'll be honest, I'm so food deprived at that time. I'm just following directions.
Yeah, it's hard. No, I'm sure, bro, because you said you're tired of that. I've done a pretty big bulk. It's hard, man. You're just
really is.
Especially if you eat cleaner food too. It's just hard to put all that down, all the fiber in your stomach is just bro.
Right.
You're like, bro, can I just inject it right here? You could eat 5 Kit Kats and it's faster, but that's not good fuel,
Man. But I would take water and swallow food because I was so tired of chewing sometimes.
Bro, oh my
jaw, I was just And I'm like, I'm done. I'm done.
I need to be a baby bird, and my mom just chew my food for like, my goodness, man. Well, it worked, bro. I'll tell you that, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
It was a great look, man. Y'all got to check that one out too, man.
Thank you.
I was like, damn, Mr. Intimidator over here. I want to talk about your, acting training though.
Okay.
You had a couple of great coaches, Gail.
Yes.
How do you say her last name?
Gail, Michelle, and then Jean.
Jean, yes. Yeah. How did you find all these three lovely coaches out there?
At the time, there was this amazing organization in Dallas called Stage. And so there was like groups of it. And I wanted to be a little bit more part of the acting community, if you will, getting around other creators, other people, and other dialogues.
One exposure is good.
Yeah, I'm very an introvert, so I know. I know, seriously. So getting up in front of people and I get anxiety just doing an audition. So going to class and doing these things kind of gets you a little bit more, not all the way, but gets you a little bit more comfortable with doing things publicly, and I've always had a huge, what's the word I'm looking for? Like I've always praised people who do theater. You know what I mean? Like theater. Like, I can mess up and go, all right, cut, we'll do it again.
Yeah, 20 takes.
Yeah, but they do it once and keep moving, and you don't even know.
There's a lot of improv. Yeah, exactly. No, exactly. Yeah.
So I just really, truly, I kind of got into these organizations with Stage, and Gail was probably my favorite, though.
Shout out to Gail.
And because Gail was the one we were working on a script, and it was a bad guy.
Ooh.
And, I can come across jovial, like being jovial and being smiley, funny comes natural to me, right? But being a bad guy doesn't. And so we were doing some serious work with that.
Inner work right
there. Yes. And she was teaching me how to step into this character. Hey, when you read him, what does he look like? What does he see? She would have me describe him.
Stepping into the character.
Yes.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Does he have a scar? Like, okay. She actually had me stand up. She told me to describe it, and she goes, now take a step, and you step into that. And then, it was really.
That's some deep, I love that, dude.
She was amazing, and she'll love it to death. And she's a cusser, so.
All the best ones are. All the best actors, they go,
You win me if you cuss.
Yeah.
So, and I won't say this, but like, you bad motherfucker. I was like, okay, Gail.
And for people that don't know, she's like an older white lady.
Yeah, she is.
She looks like a sweet older lady.
She does.
I saw the picture. I was like, wow. And when you said that, I'm like, Gail said that?
Gail is a beast.
Okay, Gail.
So she was a lot of fun to work with. So,
that's awesome, man. Having those coaches, and it goes back to the mentorship and everything.
For sure.
Super amazing. It makes you think really differently.
Yeah.
Especially for something that, everyone always thinks acting is easy. It's one of the hardest things ever, y'all. If you've ever properly tried it, there's so many layers to it.
Big time.
Like the stepping into it. That's such a great phrasing, and that's such a powerful thing to actually get into characters that are completely not you. You're definitely not a bad guy that I know of. He was in a documentary about it. Well, this is the last episode of Bad. But, like stepping into those characters that you feel like there's no way I can connect with them.
Right.
Using those techniques is a powerful thing.
It was. I learned so much about that. Like, I really did. I was like, oh, wow. And I remember, like, being done with, like, and I saw her, like, once a week or whatever, and we worked for a while. I remember getting in the car having to, like, come down, like, come off, because I was, like, still
in it. Yeah.
And so when I hear some of these stories about, like, Michael B. Jordan or some of these guys after, being this character for, like, 9 months, needing therapy, I'm just like,
it makes sense.
I get it. They became that person for such a long period of time, and now they have to, like, decompress and, like, shower and get it off.
Yeah, no, seriously, like, physically, mentally. Yeah. It's tough, especially when you put the love in the art, and also the 9 months or even like a year where they're that character, or a long TV series, for example.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Where it's like you're just doing it for weeks on end, and you have to just channel that in, even though you definitely aren't that character. Right. Especially the extreme ones. But even characters that are like subtly like you too, because then you act like a different person.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel like I do that sometimes too. Whenever I have like a different character, I'm like, day to day, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not this extreme.
Right.
I'm not this reckless.
Right.
But my character Jimmy was a little reckless. And for some reason, I don't know why I'm channeling it right now. You know, so it's wow. Thanks for peeling that back for like all the people that don't know about acting.
It's
all
tough.
People in the industry. It's a really tough industry, man. But it's such a fulfilling one, and I know you have so much joy. I love seeing you glow talking about.
I love it.
All the different projects and everything.
Yeah, I've been very blessed.
I do want to talk about your volunteer work, though.
Okay.
Man, speaking of glowing, Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Yes, for sure.
Oh my goodness, what did you do exactly with them over there?
Man, so that was fun. So I did this one when I was in college, actually, and so I had a little brother that I would visit, and his circumstances weren't the best, and so I would visit him, and we would just hang out. And so one of the most reflective things I remember is the time I had someone go pick him up. He didn't realize that I was a basketball player or a basketball, I don't want to say star, but I played college, right? Well, he was the ball boy. I got him to be the ball boy. And
he so,
yeah.
Ecstatic,
and so he's at the end of the starting lineup run, and so they call my name, and he's like, he's like, and so they call my name, and so I'm coming out of the starting lineup, and he got a chance to be the ball boy. So
wow, all that cred right there. He must have just loved it.
Oh my gosh, I love giving. I'm a giver at heart, and any opportunity that I can give, I think what happens is I'm extremely empathetic, but I feel like I've always been an underdog story, and I feel like I can relate to people who are underdogs, and sometimes it's just greeting them. Sometimes it's just, you never know what impact that you can make on someone.
Absolutely. You don't know what people are going through too that day.
Exactly. Yeah. And so if I can do something to make their day better, or whatever it is, and again, intentional but not fake.
Yeah. That's great, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And you just never know what that does for people, and I know it does something for me just doing it. So, so I've tried my best to be as much volunteer work as I can, and what else you research?
I got a lot of more, but I just want to give more flowers again, because the little things like the fist bumps to our custodian homies out there. You know what I'm saying? Just the little stuff like that. Like, it's literally, we have to acknowledge them as people. People don't realize the amazing work that they do. Keeping our gym clean, which can get a little nasty.
Man, for sure.
Hey, man, if you guys ever been to a big box gym, hey,
for sure.
Hey, man, if we didn't have them, brother, we'd probably die walking in there. So shout out to all the staff out there. But I love seeing that. We were literally talking about you the other day, because I was like, oh, how's everybody doing? Because we were just like catching up randomly. He was like, is Kris doing good? Yeah, he's always there. And then I joked about how like I never see him because of the whole that type of stuff, So, but shout out to the homies out there. We appreciate you.
Yes.
The more volunteer work, man. Volunteer coach as well, huh?
Oh yes, that was fun.
Flight 9 is that?
Yes.
Yeah, Flight 9. Tell me about that.
So I was training Don and Teresa, and they were having a little issue with their son and their basketball coach.
Oh,
his son, the coach's son, was playing all the time and pass the ball. And so I remember them coming to me, and they were just like, "Hey, like if we could put together a team, would you coach?" And I was just like, "Yeah, I'd love to. I would love to kind of get into a little bit more volunteer work." At the time, I was new to North Dallas, and so I was just like, "Yeah, I would love to." And so we put together a little basketball team, and I want to say they were probably 7 or 8 years old at that time.
Yeah.
And so I remember the first season, I was like a deer in headlights. I was talking to one of my players. I was like, "Derek, I need you to get down there and get on the block." He was just like, "Coach Kris, what's the block?" And I was like, What do you mean? What the block is a block? So I was like, all right. So the second season, I was just like, all right, I got to figure out a way.
Dude, I just pictured you like.
I was like, what do you mean? What the block is? You know. And so the second season, dude, we played up, we played older, and they cut the scoreboard off on us. We would beat people by 30.
Damn, bro.
We were, yeah.
How did you get that transformation from the block to becoming the kids on the block?
We basically outran everyone. We were the smallest team.
Oh yeah.
And so we would just outrun them. We would just outrun people. And when we missed, we ran. When they got the ball, we ran.
Wow. Like we maybe had on defense.
Yeah, we maybe had two. Like I had maybe 2 half court plays, maybe 2 out of bound plays, but other than that, like we just ran.
He said the fast break was the spam.
Exactly.
Wow, dude.
And so it was. And again, I had a bunch of kids that I maybe had 1 or 2 kids that were probably 2 or 3 kids. Sorry, I probably had 2 or 3 kids that would have probably played like middle school. Other than that, they weren't. So to see the confidence that these kids had and carried over. Probably into their schoolwork, because I remember, I told you earlier, like basketball saved my life. Whatever I achieved on the court, it transformed into the classroom. I became a better student. I became more attentive. I became the confidence that I saw, the what my coach instilled in me. I started like, oh, okay, so I can do this, and I can like I became like the same person, but what I did here. And so I wanted to do that for them. And I just saw that in them as well, too. The way, we'd walk in the gym and we heard one kid, he was just like, we play them today? Oh, man. And just they were walking with a little chest out a little bit more. And it was so fun to be a part of that. It was so fun to be a part of that for kids, and to be a good experience, and to be a confidence booster for them. And
Absolutely.
So it was super cool.
Shout out to the kids out there. If you're watching this, stay in school, or maybe you're graduated already. I don't know.
No, they have.
Oh, wow. Well, shout out to y'all. Keep killing it. Pursue your passion. That's awesome, man. I love seeing you glow with talking about all that stuff,
thank you, man. I appreciate it.
And I also want to talk about the Child Abuse Prevention Center. You were a celebrity waiter.
Yes.
We have talked about this before. I remember bits and pieces you talked about before, like way back. I think it was a year ago, actually.
Okay.
I remember you talking about, but could you tell me more about that experience?
Yeah, and Teresa, again, she was the president of the organization at the time, and it was called CAP. And so basically, we would raise money for this organization, and the way you did it was there would be a big gala, and the celebrity, I would be a waiter, and you would donate money, by being part of this or taking pictures with me or whatever. Yeah. So again, I'm all about giving back, and so that was an amazing organization to be a part of. And Teresa, again, she's so beautiful, and for having me a part, and her and her husband Don.
Shout out to them.
Yeah.
I love that you're always giving back to the community with any project that there is. There's this one thing I saw called the Hope Ministry, I believe. Hold on, Pain Ends.
Yes,
dude, that one is really a deep one right there.
Yeah.
Can you tell me more about that whole project and everything?
Yeah. So actually, I did. Chasen and I did. I don't want to say a commercial, but we kind of did some work for them to bring a little bit of light to Hope Ministries. And so basically what this guy Chandler does is he gets letters from people that are incarcerated, reads these letters. When they get out of prison, he has a place for them to stay. Wow, and he helps them, he rehabilitates them to the point where they can get out on their own. And they can go to church, they can get their own place, because when you have a record, it's a little bit tougher.
It's hard for everything. Credit score messed up. Finding a job people trust. Yeah.
And so I was able to do a little bit of work for this organization, and I fell in love with the organization. I fell in love with Chandler for even doing it. And, so any light any light that I could bring towards what he was doing to help out, I was all a part of. Yeah, for sure.
Dude, that's amazing. No, I saw the clips. I'm like, this is so cool, man. The whole project. Check them out, y'all. HOPE, right?
Yep.
That's so cool.
Hope Ministries.
That's awesome. Yeah.
It's really cool.
Man, I hope we.
See.
I hope we get to hear more of that kind of stuff. Yes. You've done so much stuff, man. I was looking through everything, like all the research. I'm telling you, I'm a detective out here.
You are good.
You played George Washington for a little bit.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't know George Washington was 6'5". 6'5".
Is that what you noticed about the George?
Dude, you were talking to yourself as George Washington, talking about death. How did you do that, and what was that whole project about, actually?
So at the time, there was a film that they were doing about George Washington, and it was introducing George Washington as young George.
I see.
And again, Chasen calls on me and has me put on this wig, and
amazing wig, by the way, looks great.
Thank you. Sure. And again, creative and. I kind of enjoyed doing the work, bringing light towards this show that was being aired at the time. And so we just kind of brought light towards young George. Yeah,
it was fascinating because it's like you're talking to yourself. So shooting that, how did that work out?
So I would do one set, one scene, looking where I think I would be, and then
your eye line is like right there,
and then do the other scene, assuming where I was, and that a lot like Sinners. I didn't get an Oscar yet, but
let me try to find. Let me talk to George Washington Jr.
You know what I mean? Hey, Michael B. Jordan played himself. He played twins.
Hey,
I did it, you know. But no, it was fun. I had a lot of fun just creating this accent of what I thought it would be like.
Prestige. Prestige. I was like, when I saw that, I was like, is this real? I was like, is this AI? I was like, wait a minute. I was like, what?
That's hilarious.
I'm like, I've never seen this. Like I said, my research goes crazy right here.
Yes.
The commercial I did get to see, man. DoorDash, dude.
Yeah.
Bro, that's a fun one, man. You played the dad.
Yes.
Supporting. It was like a race car. NASCAR kind of vibe.
Yes.
Bro, how was that audition process? And like, it looked like the shoot was super fun. I saw some of the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
That looked super
I got a
cool.
chance to work with a lot of kids. And anytime you work with kids, that's always fun. And then the project itself was for, I think at the time it was with NASCAR.
Yeah, they're like a sponsor, collaboration, something like that. Yeah.
And so anytime I can poke fun at myself or take something to the extreme, like I
take that dad energy and just go with it.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm like, I don't know that I did this, but I think I would do this. You know what I mean? This is my daughter crossing the
exactly.
Line,
there
you know what I mean?
Put yourself into it.
Yeah.
Stepping into the game.
Exactly.
Hey, we learned it out here. Acting. Come on now. Come on, Hollywood. Come on now. No, it was super fun, man.
But it was. I got a chance to work with a lot of talented kids, man. They are really talented. Some of them I still follow on Instagram, awesome. And they're still doing their thing.
Kid actor, dude, I'm talking like 8-year-olds, 9. Like, bro, 9-year-olds, I didn't even know how to use the bathroom properly.
Man.
Like, I still peed my pants back then.
Yeah, I still have problems doing monologues, and here they are. They're like killing it. I'm
improving, and I'm like, damn, some people just sorry. So shout out to the kids out there. Dude, that was a fun energy project. I'm glad that you got that. That's a good one, man. Featuring speaking of future projects, maybe.
Okay.
Anything you can tease in the future though, without NDAs getting you in trouble, because I know how that gets.
To be honest, I'm actually working a little bit more behind the scenes. So I have a couple shows. I have one show that I've actually have a pitch deck for and written and. So I'd really like to sell that one.
Okay. Could you tell us more about this one, or
for sure. Yeah, it's it's a show that just think Office, think Ted Lasso. Again, we're thinking a good feel good show. It'd be a comedy, but it takes place in the gym. It takes place in the gym. With my 20 plus years of experience, I have heard amazing stories. I've met amazing people, but through the journey, it's been comical. I trained some funny people. And yeah, I just thought like, man, wouldn't this be cool to have a story or a show about this? And so my man Chasen and I put together some ideas and put together some scripts and stuff like that. And so we have it ready to sell. So
that's exciting, man. I already got the set. I remember we talked about it back. Oh man, I mean, me as a personal trainer in the past almost 2 years, I already have a lot of stories.
Right.
I can't imagine 20 now. Right. Different generation. And now it's like perfect time because everybody has a gym membership.
Yes.
Literally. Yeah. Like, even if they go or don't go, that's already a stereotype right there. Right. The person that's paying whatever a month to just have it take money out of there, you know? So, dude, that's going to be super exciting.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah. Do you have any expected dates for anything out there?
No, not right now. But we'll definitely we'll come to announce it here. Though.
Okay. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Please. We need it. Oh, you know. And you can find you at where again? What's your at Instagram?
Oh, Kris Clinton _ That's KRIS Clinton CLINTON.
Look at that voice acting right there. Voice acting is ready. Let's finally go to our talking points, guys. Like I said, we go all over the place on the show.
That was awesome.
Thank you, man. I know we learned a lot about you, man. Yeah. First talking point on passion. Very passionate conversation we've been having. Creating from fullness. How does rest support your creativity and passions?
That's a very loaded question. That's really good. How does rest? I think the proper rest, you're full of energy, you're full of creativity, and you probably get out of your own way. I think sometimes you can create these. I think maybe that's why some people have such a problem with acting, is because they feel dumb. They feel stupid. They feel like you're playing pretend, right? Until you just really, truly just let go and just allow yourself to be pretend and play pretend, because I think as adults, we get to this place of life and we get to being serious and we get to lifing,
literally, paying taxes, all that stuff,
Right. And so, but I feel like that's what kind of sports is. I feel like that's what some of the TV shows are that we kind of get captivated in. It's quote unquote pretend. So I think by recharging and like really truly getting the proper rest, you just really truly allow yourself just to be. Just to be,
yeah.
Yeah, I've got this thing that I'm saying, like, don't try, just be.
Just be, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of times we're trying to do stuff, and we're trying, and we're just not allowing ourselves to just be. You know what I mean?
And being present is one of the
Yeah.
Most powerful things, honestly. And
That's
it's something
huge.
I need to catch myself, because we're always, like we were talking about the ambition.
Yeah.
We want to get to the point where, maybe Oscar time or being a serious regular, but you just got to be present with what you have right now.
For sure.
And being grateful. I talked about it in a previous episode about just like the little things, the fact that we can walk.
Yeah.
That's like a huge thing. We can drive. We can have food. We don't have to go to, a hotel conference room for an apple.
Or steal sandwiches.
Steal sandwiches. But like seriously, in hindsight, like it's crazy when we look back in our lives, like we've been in moments where we had less, and now we're like so much abundance. We're grateful to God and everything like that. So it's just you said just to be.
Just to be.
Just allow yourself to be.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
And I feel like that's daily. And not to go too scriptural because I'm not that well. But one of the things I tell myself, I kind of, and I'll allude to this later, but daily bread. Right? Not thinking about Saturday, not thinking about next, but thinking about the day.
The day.
You know what I mean? Today. How can I be great today? How can I give today? What can I, and being aware of any opportunity or blessings or anything that's happening in this moment today, because I think so many times we can, I want to set up for my 401k and I want to set up for this and I want to make sure that in 10 years
I want to.
Right.
Yeah.
And, and unfortunately we live in kind of this, unpredictable world.
Hey, yeah. I know that's, we don't get political, but it's true. Hey,
right.
Seriously.
And there's so much that's really, truly just going around, but a 401k is not going to save you, and it may not even mean anything. You know what I mean?
That's facts, yeah.
And I don't mean to like, I'm just going to blow my money today.
Yeah, of course not.
But I really, truly think that it really, truly you got to be grounded and you got to be appreciative and you got to be focused on today. And, I think that's how I've been extremely fortunate and blessed to have opportunities that have presented themselves to me because I was in the moment of that day,
I mean, all the ones that you were talking about, the different, whether it was for sports, whether it was for like the acting, getting the headshot from something like, if you weren't present either, if you just, imagine you just pushed it away like, no, that's not me. That's not me. I just ran away.
Right.
Dude.
I mean, in playing overseas, I remember getting a passport. Like, no one in my family had traveled overseas. Well, my uncle had because he served. But I remember like getting a passport and being so open to it and nervous and scared.
Of course, but you did it anyway.
But did it. Yeah. You know what I mean? So but just being.
I love that. That's a great. This man over here with the gems, with the gems and the jewels. I love it. I love it. Second talking point on pleasure. Okay, guilt-free rest. What kind of rest truly fills you up?
I'd have to say, and sometimes it depends on the day, but sometimes it can be an encouraging podcast. Sometimes it can be a spiritual podcast, and sometimes it just depends on like how maybe thirsty my spirit is that day. Sometimes I may need encouraging, and so encouraging words could be inspirational. Sometimes I could be. So I just think words of affirmation is my love language.
Oh, okay.
So anything positive,
yes.
And I can kind of remind myself. Documentaries are a big one for me.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I love.
Any good ones you recommend right now?
Not off the top of my head.
You just love them all, kind of.
I love people's process and people's story because I think sometimes we can just look at the end of their movie and look at their success and go,
that's true.
Oh, I want to be that, and I want to be that.
But they don't know all the trials,
right? Yeah, and so anytime I feel a little discouraged, I love to watch a good documentary just to realize, like, oh my gosh, they heard 800,000 no's before, and then the way that they got their yes was an accident. And oh, okay, so yes, be present in the day because you never know.
You're reminded,
yeah.
And no, that's such a great thing, bro. That's why I love like this podcast, for example. Like, it's a lot of laughing, us having a good time, but I'm glad I could like flesh out your story, man. I've learned so much already the past hour and a half. But just it was just flying by. But like how it's not just one straight line.
Correct.
Literally, like you were here, you were in Berlin one time, and then you got kid popped up, and then like all of that led you to now and learning all these different things. And it's so nice to hear it because when you're in the moment where you're just so ambitious going around, you sometimes just need that reminder. Like, hey, it's never gonna be perfect
at all.
That's the beauty of it, man. And because it sounds crazy, but you'll miss those moments
for sure.
I'm sure you miss the random sandwich that was. You're like, I don't know about that.
I see a turkey today, and I'm like,
we going Subway. Did you like the Subway sandwich that you got?
Of course.
Shout out to Subway right there. The red. Shout out Slim. Thank you, Slim. Oh my God. But that's a great advice, man. Just the words of affirmation and just learning about look at that, man. This man, you got to write a book, bro. You got to write a book.
Coming soon.
Coming soon.
I don't know. I don't have patience for it. So somebody would have to like follow me and write
Ghostwriter. We'll get a ghostwriter.
Yes.
How about that? We'll have a ghostwriter.
Yeah.
Well, you can just clip a lot of the podcast. And just basically, we're just like chugging it over there.
Right.
The third talking point on positivity. Okay. Our nervous system care. What helps you calm your mind and body?
That's a good one. Every morning I start off with meditation. Every morning I start off with what I am grateful for. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm glad where I am.
Oh, hold on. Say that again. No, that's so profound. You said
I'm not where I want to be, but I am glad where I am.
Man.
And it doesn't kill the ambitious, the goals. Very goal oriented. I'm very, again, an athlete, let's work on this and let's work on this.
I'm trying to get a house, all that stuff. Yeah.
But at the same time, again, being in this city, you're driving by homelessness. Like, and again, maybe it was a bad choice. Maybe it was a bad decision. Maybe it was somewhere or another. It's a reminder that, life could be different. you know. So again, I'm not where I am, but I'm glad where I am. I'm glad where I am today. You know what I mean?
I love
And
that.
so that just gives me a little bit more of gratitude for one, my job, my clients, the opportunities that I get. One, they chose me. Our paths crossed.
Yeah.
Like how you could have trained with anybody.
Yeah,
How is it that you're
it's
training
true.
with me? And the fact that you
Beautiful.
stick with me.
Yeah, it's
You
beautiful,
know,
man. Yeah.
you know what I mean? You know, the fact that my manager, how did I get this manager? How did I get this agent? How do these opportunities keep coming up? And again, that's my daily bread.
Daily
You know what I
bread.
mean? And just being grateful for that. So people are always like, man, why are you in such a good mood? It's so early in the morning. But I've already processed what I'm grateful for. I've got an amazing daughter who does amazing things, and she's beautiful. She's healthy. She's, you know,
Yeah.
like,
What more could I ask for,
like,
right? Yeah,
man, you
yeah.
know, I'm healthy. You
Amen
know
to
what I
that.
mean?
Amen to
You
that.
know, and again, I still have things that I
Of
want to
course.
achieve, and I still have places I want to
Yeah.
be in my career, but I'm grateful for where I am.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude, that's a great balance of not being complacent, because
Yes,
that can also be
for
very
sure.
damaging when you're like, oh, I'm so grateful. I have this amazing couch. I can just sleep here forever.
Right.
I don't need to go to work.
Right.
But the thing is, if you do that, then you're just going back to square one. If anything, square negative or
For
whatever, you know?
sure. For
But
sure.
having the gratitude of being grateful where you are, but
Yes.
also being like, hey, I recognize this isn't the end goal.
Yeah.
There's something out there still.
And there's something about gratitude. There's something about being thankful that can eliminate fear. It can eliminate negativity. It can eliminate anxiety, you know, because sometimes we create, you know, I know I'm guilty of this a lot of times. I will create a narrative in my head, and then that didn't even happen. It hadn't even happened yet.
Bro, I feel that, man. I know, I feel that, yeah.
And I've gone down this negative rabbit hole.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, that didn't even happen.
Yeah.
How do I even think that that's happening? And so I got a shout out to my my pastor, Albert Tate. And he is a great speaker, but we are actually in the process of talking about that right now. And so I kind of on Sundays I get that that reminder of being grateful and being and having gratitude, and you know, yes, I want this, but man,
look at what we have in front of you.
Exactly. Like it again, you can't be grateful and negative. Your brain won't allow it.
Yeah, it's impossible.
Right.
It's truly. Yeah.
So if you focus on the gratitude, I find that the negative is down here. Now, again, it's not to say that
it's not going to disappear. It'll still be there, you know. But
right. But I don't lead with it.
Yes, and it's manageable.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing, man.
Yeah.
I remember. Speaking of that, though, I remember you were talking about this. Was it his book about the grapes?
Oh, Crushing. That was TD Jakes.
TD Jakes.
Yeah.
Could you tell more about that book, actually? Because I remember some of the little nuggets, but it's been a while since we talked about it.
So basically, TD Jakes talks about it's this metaphor about how grapes go into being crushed and come out to be wine, and he uses the metaphor with God sometimes picking you and crushing you, but you come out better at the end. And
higher value. Wine is expensive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so, when I first moved out here, man, it was difficult. It was
a lot
tough,
of crushing grapes,
man.
huh?
Yeah. And I would re-listen to that because I felt crushed. You know, a lot of times, you know, we think about pruning, right? Pruning trees, pruning, you know, especially before harvest, right? And sometimes I feel like God will take things, right? But it's because, or he'll cut you back only because your fruits are going to be larger and bigger and more flush. And so, you know, in the time you're not thinking about that.
Definitely not. Let's be real here.
Like,
definitely not.
You know, but you know, through the process, it's like, okay, like, let me just get through the day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The daily bread, like you said.
The daily bread. And so, so during my time, that my struggles of being out here, like I said, it's only been a few months that I've actually started receiving joy. But you know, but again, it was humbling. It was created, I'm modest. So, but things are starting to, the dots connect, and that process is sometimes necessary. You don't like it, but that process is sometimes necessary.
And it builds your character too a lot.
Oh, man. Big time.
Whenever there's another big challenge, which will happen in life.
Yeah.
Life be life, right?
Man.
I mean, we didn't know about that pandemic ever going to happen,
Facts.
But if you've been through so much trials and tribulations,
for sure,
your skin is like you're calloused. Same for like working out. You just are used to the pain, and when it comes again, you'll be like, oh, I've dealt with this before.
Yeah.
And you have those reminders in your mind, and you kind of, for me personally, a lot of the times I think of like those lower days when I was younger, and I'm like, man, being the oldest of 6, having to take care of my little sister and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, now I'm just dealing with other problems that are, quote unquote, honestly less challenging because I've dealt with stuff that's objectively worse, So it's a powerful thing. The whole crushing grip, I love that analogy so much because it's always perspective.
For sure.
You see a pruned up grape, you're like, oh, this is cheap.
Right.
But you crush it a little bit more. Hey, that's gonna be like whatever. I don't know how much wine is. I think like
some of it's expensive.
Yeah, some of it. A lot of it.
Go to Temecula.
Oh man, I know. Yeah, you were telling me that. Woo, those barrels, man. Man. So it's like, that perspective is such a big thing. What is, it's like the cliche, one man's trash is another man's treasure.
Yeah,
it truly is. And you kind of alluded to it too, where some people, they might not see your shine.
Facts.
But then you see someone else sees your shine, or you see someone else's shine. It's like it's so fascinating, bro.
Yeah. I think we, and again, I'm not a social media bah humbug person, but I do think we have to kind of be careful that things have gotten really instant.
Oh, absolutely.
Everything has become very quick. I mean, whether it's dating, whether it's, Instagram, Facebook, like everything's really quick. And when you get to microwave, like you can warm up food now. Dude. You can deliver. You can have everything delivered. Everything's accessible. And so I think sometimes when you get to life and you don't have that instant stuff, there's a process that's needed to be had and a process that's needed to be. And so a lot of times when I'm going through that process, I'm now mature enough to go, okay, what am I supposed to learn right now? Because yes, I want this, but if I'm honest, am I really mature? Am I really ready for this?
Yeah, you're right.
And I don't think I am. I want this, and then sometimes it's, I'm ready for what I have in store. But I also haven't thought about the trials and tribulations of this happening and this happening.
And the consequences too of like more responsibility of whatever it is, or the bigger reward.
For sure. And so sometimes I'm like, okay, in the midst of this happening, something's happening within me as well too.
Yeah.
Throughout that, throughout the time of humbling, I've become more empathetic to other people. I've become a better friend, a better father, a better, trainer. I'm more aware. I'm more this. I'm more appreciative. I'm more, I don't spend money as quickly because it goes like, well, hold on a second.
It's crazy though, because you can literally tap and then it's done, bro. Like back then, you got to count your bills first, get the right change.
For sure.
Things so much faster.
So I think, I've got a flip side on the process of like, oh man, I'm being prepared for something. And because I'm being prepared for something, I'm getting a little excited to go through this process and learn what it is that I'm supposed to learn so I can get out of it quickly. No, just play. I'm ready to get out of this quickly.
Yeah.
But so I think a lot of things happen for a reason, and sometimes we feel like things are happening to us and not for us.
Oh my God, yes, bro.
You know what I mean? We feel like it's happening to us and not for us.
Yeah, and it becomes like a victim mindset, man.
Facts. Big time.
And I have to catch myself because I've been there too, man. Like, I've had some. I didn't tell you about the car trouble I had, bro. Super long story, but like my car is like a financed 2016 Mazda CX-5, and it was reaching like 120,000 miles, right? So I was like, every time I go from park to drive, it would take 2 seconds delay and then jolt and then move forward. I'm like, all right, I got to get this checked out.
Right.
I had to do the oil change. So I was like, I'm just going to bring it to the dealership so they can look at everything.
Okay.
Cameras, all that stuff. I bring it to the dealership, bro. And they're like, yeah, transmission's looking tough. It's like, and then all the other stuff, the brakes and everything. I'm like, bro, there's like $10,000 to repair. I'm like, Okay. Luckily, I ended up becoming like homies with the guy because, I'd be chatting. I'd be talking about it. Yeah. He's like from Kazakhstan, loves WWE, so we connected. And I was like, bro, but be honest with me, bro. Like, what's the minimum I need for it to be like safe to drive, Yeah. The safety is number one.
Right.
He was like, probably around 6 to 7K. And I'm like, bro, I have like 10K left to pay off. It is not worth it for me paying that much to have a car that's not guaranteed to still continue. So I was like, hey, man, just be straight up with me. No fluff. Like, what do you think I should do? And I just left it in his hands. He's like, bro, I'd honestly probably not use this car and probably get another car. So I ended up getting a new car, bro. At least so it worked out, but it was a lot of stress where in that moment I was like, goodness gracious, what do I do? And then thankfully the dealership traded in the car and it worked. Awesome. Yeah, it worked out. So they're kind of dealing with the repairs of that.
That's awesome.
So, so it was just like, in that moment, I'm like, oh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? It's like, it's happening to me.
Yes.
But I just realized it's for me. God gifted me with my credit that increased because I don't know if I mentioned it before, but my credit before was like 400 before, but now, thank God, it's been up to like 760 now.
Nice.
More because of like family stuff and, having to deal with all that stuff. But it was a blessing, bro. It reminded me like, sometimes it's happening for me in that moment, dude.
Exactly.
Like those big moments where you
That's
think
awesome,
like,
dude.
Damn, like I could have been like, man, this sucks, man. What the heck? Like, why I got it?
Right.
So yeah, man, that reminded me of that moment right there. Goodness, man.
Dope.
Dude, damn, man, this guy, all of the energy on the show, man. Oh my goodness. Where can we find you again on Instagram, bro?
Kris Clinton _ KRIS Clinton CLINTON _
Yes, sir. New projects coming out soon. You got to check it out, y'all. We're excited for the future to come. We're so grateful again for you, brother.
Thanks for having me, man. This was a lot of fun.
Bro, so much fun, so much energy. Sorry for the audio might go crazy with all the It was a lot of crazy levels. But y'all can find us at Patty Show Podcast on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all that good stuff. PattySettiati.com/podcast for the podcast needs and /fitness for personal training, 5 a.m. personal trainer, online, all that good stuff. All that good stuff. I got to show you my new business cards, by the way, bro. I don't think I showed you.
No, you have not.
Yeah, here, keep one just in case, Look at that.
This is nice.
Look at that. Kind of cool, right?
And got this is hot dollar because he got the QR code.
Hey, man,
look at that.
You know what I'm saying? It's a little gift from my cousin. Shout out to my cousin, graphic designer out there.
Oh, that is sharp.
But yeah, man, we're so grateful for you. We'll see you soon on another episode of fun.
Yes, sir.
Blessings. We like to end the show with a little bow, of course. And
okay.
He was already ready. He was like, I know Patty already. Final message, though, to the people, anything out there pursuing their passions?
Stay the course. Surround yourself around people that actually are living for something. Don't feel rushed. Everything takes its time. And whatever idea it is that you have, just understand we need it. Stay motivated.
I agree. On 3, we'll do arigato, okay?
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Arigato. Stay the course, y'all.
Thanks for joining me on this episode of The Patty Show. I hope you had as much fun as I did exploring the crossing point of the 3 Ps: passion, pleasure, and positivity. If you want to keep the Patty Party going, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and all social platforms at Patty Show Podcast. Share this episode and leave a positive review. PattySettiati.com/podcast, as well as PattyShow.podbean.com have got more of your Patty Show needs. In the meantime, keep passionately pursuing your personal paradise. Arigato.